Zam Tips TV, #1 entertainment platform in Soweto.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your girl Anisha, and today's podcast we are it on our Hokomeko album with Michael or Shiva Sole, the little girl on Zam Tips TV. Stay tuned.
Zam Tips TV, #1 entertainment platform in Soweto.
I don't want to spoil the fun. They're gonna take it over from there. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna have a song right here, and it's gonna be my reason. It's obvious we've got reasons to be here today, but it's not like what they are talking about in the songs. But anyway, the black politician DJ is gonna stick in around right about now and sticking out, and just gonna be having fun with these lovely people. But anyway, here is my reasons are coming through from Vincenzo and Bobby East. So on the other side, we're gonna be getting started with our interview and our podcast right here on your #1 favorite station. Remember, the number is 0761 258744. That is 0761 258744.
Zam Tips TV, #1 entertainment platform in Soweto.
Alright. Welcome back. It's your girl, Chinosole, the little butterfly, and accompanied by my co-host,
Anisha, and today on the Tips podcast, we are joined by our special artist by the name of
Beloved, Mr. Natural.
Beloved.
So, Mr. Beloved, who is this Mr. Beloved? Like, people want to know.
Beloved, zizi twatemo kuwombekanaka kwati fine mwaumfashionally lomfika romantic so
Okay.
nyimbo na shena shama love. But okay, on a serious note, Beloved is just an upcoming artist based in Solwezi, you see. But I come from Kabwe. He is just pushing and hustle. That's why I'm here, but my hometown is Kabwe.
Alright.
Okay. So, what really got you into music?
Well, music with me is just a natural thing. I grew up from a family, a Roman Catholic family. All my aunties and uncles used to be in a choir.
Okay.
And the arrangements of the old times used to be a
Exactly.
lot. Yeah. So most of the times you find that they are singing when it's evening time.
Yeah,
And I
sure.
was one of the kids that wasn't even interested in what they were doing.
Oh,
But
okay.
after life happened and everybody scattered, I discovered that all that now was into me. Like when I'm sitting, I just get emotional, something affects me too much, then it will come out through music.
Okay, amazing.
And since then, I've been building on it, and it has brought out fruits.
Okay, so what really inspired you in becoming a musician, a secular musician, in short?
Well, I find it easy to sing about a love story situations. Probably maybe because so I really enjoy English. Even it was my favorite. It was my favorite subject even at school. So when it comes to drafting and writing stuff, I'm based. So now with that, the imagination is huge, and I only bring it out and express myself fully through music.
Wow, that's great.
Okay, so I've noticed that through the entire introduction of introducing yourself, you've been mentioning love. So let's be playful, honestly, okay? So, are you a lover or a fighter? Honestly, talk to me.
I love a fighter.
I want to know.
Well, everyone needs love.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Bible preaches about love.
Okay.
So now the love that we're talking about here is intimate love, our love situation.
Okay.
So I'm human and I've got all those emotions in me. Fighting, I get hurt, I get happy, excited, all those. So I might say depending with the situation
Exactly.
at hand, then I'll respond accordingly. But I'm not a violent person.
All
Like
right.
I'm a cool guy who's
Okay.
just with it.
All right, it's adding up.
Thank you.
All right. So, from the songs you have done, how many songs have you done, and how many artists have you featured in?
Well, if we say how many songs I've done, they are a lot because I started music way back in 2008. So on counting on those, I can't. But when it comes to the features, it's of recent times now that I've started featuring artists. When I came here, like in 2014, I went low on music because I don't like to jump around with producers. Because that was the time that I relocated from Kabwe. So my producers were left that side. So when I came here, I was in the background just to view around and see who can I work with because I don't like wasting my talent. So after some time, I linked up with Mr. KB. We worked with him. Then he linked me up with DJ Kester, who have done a couple of songs. Nikontolole, I Wish You Knew. Then Mr. Kester introduced me to Rave 911, Mana Matero.
That's
You know,
beautiful.
that's my first collabo here. Then there's L2B again. We come from way back, Kawe. I've collaborated with him. Then of recent now, I did a project late last year with Boy K,
Okay.
Chibombasa,
Okay.
Name Cafe.
Okay.
Then now there's a big project that we're working on with J-Max, who just came through, is it a day or two ago. So those are the collaborations that I can mention. But I'm a solo artist because not even chingira space everywhere. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so being an artist who believes so much in love, yeah? Okay, guys, honestly, the reason why I'm talking so much about love is because, my name means love, literally. So, okay, being
And
an
my name
artist
is
who...
Beloved.
Imagine. All right, so being an artist who believes so much in love, when you sing or when you write your songs, compose your songs, what do you think sets you different from other artists?
Well, I feel like I'm unique because with me, singing brings out something. I can't really explain it, but it's just that relief
Okay.
after I do a song because I make sure I perfect it. Moreover, it's been a journey of discovering myself. Like from way back 2008, I've been singing, and each and every time I release a new song, I'm able to tell that there's a difference and I'm improving.
Beautiful.
So it's a journey of blending and getting to know each other. But now I've reached at a point whereby it's easy for me to just do this, and everybody will be like, oh, it's Beloved, even without mentioning my name.
Okay, wow. So, if you were to rate the music specifically in Northwestern from 1 to 10, how would you rate it?
We've got a long way to go.
At a long way to go. How would you rate it from 1 to 10?
From 1 to 10, is it on a general term or because I can't, they're different artists, so I'll put them in different categories, you see.
Okay.
So a lot of Solwezi based artists are still far behind upcoming, you see. They're still in a process of learning and blending into themselves. But there are some artists that have reached at a point where they've discovered themselves. Because music is an art, and it's all about being unique. You agree with me that each and every artist that is well known around, they've got their own style, they've got their own way of sounding. But most of the songs and the artists that I listen to here in Solwezi, you'll be able to see and tell to say, no, this one sounds like that already established artist. So it's a moment when they decide to come out of that shell and just stand and discover who they are. But it's difficult because it depends on who inspires you.
Okay.
But that's a very dangerous process because you will become a copycat if you're not careful.
Okay, to catch you short on that one, like you said about who inspired you yourself, when we look at the Zambian artists, these big Zambian artists, who inspires you mostly?
Well, I'm a weird kind of a guy who listens to strange
Okay.
music.
Okay.
I'll go beyond Zambia before I come back to Zambia. You'll find me listening to music like Oliver Mtukuzi. You'll find me listening to country music. You know, those. But I don't really listen to hip hop.
Okay.
It just doesn't sink in with me. But coming back to your question, which is specifically for Z.
Yes.
Well, like I said, I grew up from Cabo, and we had artists like Roberto.
Yeah.
Roberto's style sinks in best for me because I like the way he writes his songs. And maybe there's even a similarity in the way I do my music with him.
Oh, yeah.
So with the Z music, I think Roberto stands for me.
All right, that's all the question. So you talked about coming out of a shell of creating something similar from these big artists.
Yeah.
Don't you think from your statement, don't you think you're also doing the same thing? Trying to get what is already there. Don't you think you should also create your own chemistry?
Now, I just said Roberto inspired. I said
Okay.
it's dangerous to be a copycat.
Okay.
But everyone has got an inspiration.
Okay.
I don't sound like Roberto.
Your statement says.
He inspires me in his writing.
Okay.
So there's a similar way that he blends his words,
All right.
and I take the opposite. Just from that, like when you listen to the way he arranges his music,
Mhm.
you'll be like, wow. And from that's where I learned to say, this is not supposed to be like this. Is supposed to be like this.
Okay.
So I don't sing like him or
Okay.
sound like him. I'm just Mr. Natural, just like that.
Mr. Bila.
Yeah, Mr.
Okay.
Bila.
Amazing.
Okay. So, no, the four questions and my questions. So, like, if you were to feature, you said you're already featuring with, you're working on something with J-Max.
Yeah.
Aside from J-Max, which artist would you love to collaborate with?
But looking at my kind of music, I'm a singer, and I feel a song is mostly complete when a rapper is involved. And as at now, you can just see the type of artists that I've featured. I've featured Boyke. He's got a certain style that falls in line with J-Max.
Okay.
So J-Max has got a certain style that will fall in line with Shefi. So then Shefi, J-Cash. So I've got my eyes on those guys because I know that once we collaborate, we'll make fire. The culture will still flow and go.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so looking at how many people you've collaborated with, how many musicians you have collaborated with, how would you put in words your aim in the future, or your aim of where you're coming from? How would you put it in line? What's your aim? What makes you different?
Well, with me,
Mhm.
I've got passion for it.
Okay.
I sacrifice a lot because I love music, and I really love it because my family has understood. Because it's difficult to convince people when you have got a dream, because it's just so my aim or my focus is to reach at a point whereby everyone who didn't believe in me will be like, oh, so this is why it was like this, or this is why he behaved in this way. Because people say I behave weird. You just found alone, blah blah blah. You see that kind of stuff.
Zam Tips TV, #1 entertainment platform in Sulawesi.
Howdy guys, it's your girl Chinosole, the little butterfly, and with my co-host.
Annie Chander, and joined by special artist Beloved. So, Beloved, on your purse, not Monapo, the outfit you are putting on, the yellow outfit. Is it Chef 187 that inspired you, or Kaish
Okay, that's just a coincidence. Because those outfits were mainly designed for a video shoot way back in August. So they've been lying in my wardrobe since August 2022. And I only got to see Sheffy's outfit for Broke Nodunkumbwa. Is it December or January? I'm not sure. So it's just a coincidence that it happened, but I don't know. I don't know. No one met who. But anyway, since I'm an upcoming, I'll look like, or it will look like I saw it from him. Then I ran to that. But we don't do that. When you look at them, they're totally different. Even the yellow is different. Even the design. Yeah. So it's just a coincidence.
Okay, so what would be your encouragement to these young upcoming artists in Solwezi
and beyond?
Uh,
Music is something that takes time to grow. It's more like a flower. You have to water it. You have to manure it for it to grow and mature. But the concept that the most upcoming artists is most but when you listen to their content, it's still not yet ripe, you see. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is it takes time. Like I said, I started music in 2008. There's a different sound from the way I used to sound then and now. So they just need to give it time. It requires sacrifice. It requires effort. It requires a lot for you to upgrade it and for you to perfect the craft. So they just need to have patience, but they shouldn't sit idle. Hey,
Alright, so adding on to your comment, yeah, it takes time for your talent to grow, yeah? So how do you personally seek out opportunities in this industry?
Well, I don't go in big artists' inboxes. Like you go sliding in the DM.
yeah.
Like, hey, hi, no. You music is all about links. Like this one links you to this one.
Okay.
As you are moving, you'll be able to meet. Just when you go to a studio, you'll meet. Mwalanda. If they charge, you work. So, with me, I see opportunities right then when they're there. Like you just because you see, for example, a big artist coming. With you will see taking a pic and posting it on Facebook or what. But with me, I will see. I approach him in a different way. So that's how I take my opportunities.
Alright, so it's been hot, honestly. It's been an amazing interview. But I have to go back. You mentioned saying you grew up in a family where everybody loved to sing. And they used to sing in a Catholic church.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, what set you different? I mean, you're a secular singer.
Yeah.
Why aren't you a gospel singer? What makes you separate, or what differentiates you there?
Well, I grew up knowing that everyone errs.
Okay.
And my mom used to insist to say every morning, get on your knees, thank the Lord for the day, and start your day. But I'm not in the gospel artist. I'm not a gospel artist because that I can't write gospel music.
Okay.
Because I just feel that it wasn't meant for me. Because there are certain things that I do that are not in line with the belief and the culture in that area. So I find my comfort zone in writing about love songs. gospel. Ngaba ke mapadi na kanilwana.
Okay.
Banning kwatawo question so machiranda you don't slide into artist DM fimo. But what happened? We saw you also participated in the Makitu 10 by 10 challenge. What's your take into that for you not also being part of that 10 by 10?
Well, like I said, I didn't slide in his DM. I am a follower of Mark too, and I saw it on his page. And I just felt like, actually I was with a friend, and he told me, now for money fee, Mark 2 reached so then I was like, what? So I don't know, by then, that was the first time he posted. I don't know where it was. Then, just a day after, the guy followed me and told me, so, that's how we shared. Because it's an opportunity. Like, we see opportunities, but it didn't go as planned because maybe it was shared at the wrong time for me or I was late. So, but with that, I don't have any hateful feelings because I'm focused on creating my path. Opportunities come and go. So, we just have to brush it off and continue.
Okay, so Mr. Biflo, Beloved. Kaila mashna na So, Kaya Bantualian for would love us to give us a demo for one of your songs you've done. Figaton for chorus.
Chorus. Okay, so the most trending song now is what? Superstar.
Superstar, yeah, I heard it.
So, spin around, spin around, spin around, baby. What's the lick of a good day? And you were number one. Turn around, like a kukumwe. Ubaimana zimvase mushe. You were superstar.
I don't know who else had goosebumps, but I definitely did. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was really an amazing
beautiful
session.
When I'm a goosebumps.
Okay, we've come to an end of our session today on the Tip Podcast. Well, thank you everyone for viewing, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page and follow our Facebook page, Zam Tips TV.
Well, thank you to the listeners and thank you guys for having me. So, if you want to follow Beloved, you can link me up on my page. It's just capital B, space, and Loved. For now, that's the only place you can find me. We're still growing up the numbers. YouTube, I have a link. It's still Beloved.
Still Beloved.
Yeah.
So just give us the also social handles.
Like Instagram.
So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, nothing?
For now, it's just YouTube and Facebook.
And Facebook.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right. It's been amazing. It has been beloved. The entire show has been beloved, honestly. And it has been beautiful. I don't know who else had goosebumps for this particular podcast, but I did. It has been beloved, like the artist that we had. I told you at the beginning that it was going to be special.
And
So,
it has been amazing.
beautifully amazing. Thank you guys for being with us, for listening, and for watching us. It's the podcast TV
And come on.
on Zam Tips TV.
Beloved, why are you shouting out to me? Like really? Are we just going to go like that?
Are we?
Okay, so with me, shout outs to my babies back home. Mana Matero, L2B, DJ K-Star, and Cass Beach on the 1-2s.
Okay.
One love. Natura.
Beautiful.
Chapo. Ngai ni.
Zam Tips TV, #1 entertainment platform in Sulawesi.